Hey, Stoyan here for a special edition of Press Box. Like I've always said, October is the most exciting time for sports lovers. All major four sports leagues on the go, Major League Baseball playoffs, the NHL kicks off today, NFL Week 6, and the NBA will soon get going. So let's get right into it. Before I do, again, this is a special edition of Press Box. I'm stepping in for Casey McKay and Dave Stevens, who are our regular hosts. I want to give a big shout out to our affiliates in the USA, Minnesota. I want to give a shout out to Gary Stein Stevens Sports Show, taking the USA by storm, and we're riding right along with them. So now you can watch sports either in the US or in Canada, all four major sports teams, plus all minor league sports, adaptable sports, accessible sports. So I want to thank the guys in Minnesota. You can check us all out online. You can tweet us, Facebook, Instagram, we're all over. Dave, I want to thank you. You're such a pillar, you're such a champ. So I want to thank Dave for introducing me to your team in the USA. And again, we're just spreading the word of sport, the love of sport. And if you want to participate or get involved, check us out, www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. We're very excited with the new developments. Let's get right into sports, and then we'll do some updates as we go along. So the NHL breakdown. The NHL started last night with 3 games on the ticket, including the Rangers in Tampa. Rangers got a little bit of revenge, 3-1. But let's talk about the Leafs, right? So Leafs open up against their #1 rival, the Montreal Canadiens. We all know the last time we played them in the playoffs what happened. So I think we still have a bit bitter taste in our mouth regarding Montreal. They do have the #1 pick, so we're going to see how he is going to go against our #1 pick, Matthews. Let's break down the lines a little bit. I really love the first line. I think Bunting has made an amazing addition to Marner and Matthews. We're going to see if Marner's and Matthews stay together the whole season, because they're our two most powerful players, and we might have to split them up, but maybe not. So first line's intact. Let's go down the list here. Second line, Tavares, shocking. He's back tonight. Let's see how healthy he is. Let's see how he does. He's 32, $11 million paycheck. So we'll see how he does. We got a new guy on his side, Malgin, who spent 2 years in the Swiss League. An NHLer, but he spent 2 years over there. Actually, it's funny enough, he played with Austin Matthews way back in the day. So we'll see how he does. And then you have Willie on the other side, Nylander. So Willie's going to do his job. He's got to really step up this year. We really need him to break loose and be like Marner and Matthews. He needs to step up. He really does. He needs to carry that line. Third line, Engvall, who's had an injury, so he's back tonight. Kerfoot, who's Mr. Steady. I think he'll do good on the third line. And then Kalle Jarnik. And we signed this guy to big bucks. The jury's still out on him. I believe he's in Nashville for the last little while. So we'll see how he does. Third line, big contract. He's got to perform. Fourth line. So we got 2 new guys, Reese and Kubel in between Kemp. So the jury's out, but I like that they went younger and got rid of the big slow guys, Wayne Simmons and Kyle Clifford. Talk a little about Simmons a little bit later, but yeah, it was time to do the changeover. Big surprise, Nick Robinson didn't make the team. He had the best preseason. I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of disappointing. I really thought he'd make the team. Really think he should have made the team. I guess there's, inner squabbles, inside baseball as we call it, behind the scenes. Let's switch over to the defense now. Morgan, he's our stud with TJ Brody. I love TJ Brody because you never hear about him, meaning he's doing his job. Morgan, he's a #1. Second pairing is going to be trouble. Muzzin, who's a year older, can't stay healthy. He's already got a sore back. And Justin Hall, God bless Justin Hall, but I don't know why we didn't keep Labushka. He had an element of toughness that we needed. Justin Hall, he's been with the team for a while now. Steady, but doesn't seem to be able to improve. So I'm a little leery about the second line. Muzzin, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold up. Then you go to the third line, and we have a 39/40-year-old Giordano. Great player. He's 40. Sandin, we all know the squabbles he had with the team, so he got to camp late, as we have a relief cup here. Got to camp late, so we'll see. And then you got our 2 new goalies, Matt Murray and Samsonov. Well, the jury's out, but we're all Leaf fans. We all want to think positive. They have had a great preseason, but that's preseason. And then we're all going to say, oh, they had a great regular season. Well, that's regular season. So we all know what's coming. So let's talk a little bit about in the news with Wayne Simmons going after Steve Simmons. A lot of people have different views. Some people think Steve Simmons was out of line, being a little bit a racist. I don't know about that. He just pointed out 2 players that went different courses. Wayne Simmons played in the league. He's still playing in the league for over a dozen years. The other guy maybe got blackballed. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it was a little bit offside, or maybe he just had a bad attitude. But for Wayne Simmons to go after Steve Simmons with a threat on Twitter, I mean, I don't know. It's just, everybody's just so angry at each other. It's a real shame. Why don't we do this? Go Leafs go again to play tonight against Montreal. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back with Press Box as we're going to go through other sports, the other 3 sports leagues, and I have some updates too. So stay tuned. You're watching Press Box. We'll be right back.
All about inclusion and really giving everyone a fair say.
Welcome to the Today Show. This is our flagship show. I am Unstoppable Tracy.
I am Zach Damon.
It is a pleasure to be here. I am excited. What is up?
We have a great show today.
Jay Stoyan here for the Disability Channel, the world's only inclusive channel for and by persons with disabilities.
Get ready to be inspired, everyone.
We have people watching from all over the world, but also all over Ontario.
We also take a concerted attention in the veterans community.
In moments of stress and trauma, we can get a hold of ourselves.
To help make a difference for people with disabilities, to show people how to love themselves or their disability.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys having me, giving this platform for myself and other people with disabilities.
Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this episode of the Disability Channel Detroit. Please tune in next time.
Hi, I'm Eric Windross. You're watching the Disability Channel, showcasing abilities.
Welcome back. So we just broke down the NHL, the Leafs tonight playing against Montreal. Let's go around the other 3 leagues. Major League Baseball. I mean, living here in Toronto, I mean, the sour taste is just, wow. I don't know what they're going to do to the Blue Jays. So, same thing. Yankees look good. Dodgers look good. But we're all really, very sad with the Jays. I don't know what's going to happen with the Schneider, if he's going to stay. That decision could cost him. Pulling a starter when he's pitching a gem, and it's like late in the game. I don't get it. But what are you going to do? We'll see what's going on. Let's move to the NFL. Week 6. They say now that Tua's feeling better. He's still not going to play this week. If you wash his hands, which everybody did, I mean, he might be recommended to sit out the whole year, maybe 2 years. I mean, you got to think. He's going to get hit again in the head. And maybe the first play of the game. It's NFL football. So, I mean, you're just sending him back in there to get hurt again, but it's a tough call. Also, that his wide receiver now is hurt. Tyreek Hill's hurt a little bit. There's a couple more NFL players got concussions this week. The players are too big and they're too strong. That's basically what it is. Too big, too strong. They got to put limits. Big games this weekend. We have the Vikings are on a roll against Miami. Miami's now 3-2. They could be 3-3. Ravens and the Giants. The Giants, maybe the biggest surprise in the NFL going into week 6, because for the first 3 weeks it was obviously the Dolphins. But Daniel Jones, the running back, he's really on fire. He's really on fire. Maybe the best game of the week is Bills versus the Chiefs. A rematch. And Pat Mahomes has the Chiefs humming. Of course, Josh and the Bills, like they're just monsters. So it could be a good game. And then the Cowboys versus the undefeated Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles are undefeated, and Cowboys all thought when they lost Dak, they were done, but Cooper Rush, he's come in and done a good job. What are they going to do? But the Eagles are undefeated. That's the story of the league. I know the Giants, I said the Giants, but the Eagles are the story of the league. So big weekend, week 6 in the NFL. And of course, obviously the NBA is now rolling. They're going to be starting their regular season soon. We'll give some more updates. We got some crazy NBA fans. So we're going to be doing some special stuff with the NBA, the NHL. What I want to do is I want to come back and I'd like to give our viewers some updates, present some opportunities, and maybe answer some tweet questions. So why don't you tweet us and maybe I'll answer a couple of questions. We'll be right back. You're watching Press Box. I'm Jay Stoyan.
Are you currently on ODSP? If you're interested in social media marketing, TV production, podcasting, or getting off assistance, please contact Jay Stoyan at 647-339-6847 or Jay at thedisabilitychannel.ca. The Disability Channel, showcasing abilities.
Welcome back to Press Box. I'm Jay Stoyan. Before we go, we have some special announcements I want to make, and I want to read this right from my phone as I do not want to get it wrong. So you're super excited to announce the Disability Channel is now the official correspondent for the Balai Vakani Hour on Sirius XM Channel 167, which airs 5 times weekly on the channel. We are very excited, so I want to thank Balai, I want to thank Joe. So again, the Disability Channel now has a home called Sirius XM, and we're going to be showcasing some wonderful projects, events, and opportunities, including I want to share that we're going to be meeting with the Ministry of Transportation, Carolyn Mulrooney, Minister. Very excited. We're going to be helping our own community when it comes to transportation. I want to give a big shout out to our fundraising band, Freedom Train, best Southern cover band in Southern Ontario, maybe the world. You got to watch these guys, Freedom Train. We're going to be doing some special events, fundraisers. We already did a couple for the NHL. I want to give a big shout out to Glenn Healy from the NHL Alumni Executive Department. Glenn, thanks a lot. Really appreciate your kindness. We love working with you. We look forward to working with you in the future, showcasing awareness and opportunity and employment for persons with disabilities and veterans. So again, we are offering employment opportunities, employment programs for persons with disabilities and veterans, courtesy of the Doug Ford administration. Thank you, Mr. Ford. Wonderful opportunities. Again, you can check us out. enroll, ask questions, Q&A. We're all for the community. Again, I'm Jay Stoyan. You're watching Press Box. If you want to find out more information, you can go to www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. We'll see you next time with Casey and Dave.